I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya.
We are equal! We are equal! We are equal!
That was the chant as hundreds gathered in the Kohl's parking lot in Palm Coast to protest the racially charged police killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Pastor Jeerlyn Dinney of Jeerlyn Ministries was one of the speakers at the peaceful protest.
What we have done in Flagler County is what probably have not been done in many cities. Amen. We are right now, today, are making history because we can do this without violence.
Amen. The gathering was one of many faiths. Reverend Robert Goolsby of St. Thomas Episcopal Church says he heard over and over again.
Black lives do matter. I know that there's a chant out there that says all lives matter, but until we demonstrate that black lives matter, then all lives will not matter.
Reverend Sim Jones of God's Love Ministries believes protesters got their message across.
There has to be a change. Too many times things have happened and people have not been held accountable. And we need people to be held accountable for the things that they do. Whether they normal people, law enforcement, whatever, they need to be held accountable.
A protest was also held in Flagler Beach where about 150 people marched across the Flagler Beach Bridge to Veterans Park. Police Chief Matt Downey.
They came out to voice their concerns and have their voices heard. Everything has been peaceful with the assistance of the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. My officers helped them get across the Moody Bridge, cross over State Road 100 so they could assemble in the park and have a rally. And I applaud them for being peaceful and having a message that has been delivered in the greatest of intentions.
At the Palm Coast protest, deputies even got a round of applause and a thank you.
Let's give a hand to the police and made this protest great for us. Thank you.
An update on the local COVID-19 situation is provided at an online town hall meeting. John Arking has the details.
The Palm Coast virtual town hall meeting featured Flagler County Health Officer Bob Snyder, who said the 14-day positive rate for new cases is just 1%, one of the lowest in the state. The total number of positive cases is currently 191, with the total number of tests encompassing about 4.6% of the population. That is above the 4% target. The death toll has remained at just 4 for the last 2 months, while the number of nursing home and long-term care cases is 0. Snyder says the low numbers are not just a coincidence, but the result of concerted action.
The reason why these results, everyone, are trending so well for Flagler County is due to you, Palm Coast residents, for adhering to practices to reduce the spread of transmission, such as social distancing, teleworking, telehealth services, good hand hygiene, careful and thoughtful reopening of the local economy and our businesses, and yes, wearing facial coverings to protect others, including those whom we love and care about the most, our children, parents, grandparents, neighbors, and friends, especially when we are out and about indoors. This is an inexpensive, effective, non-intrusive, small sacrifice for us to make until a vaccine is available.
Snyder says the research, the evidence, and as he put it, just common sense, shows that facial coverings worn properly are a life-saving act to keep the rest of us safe and healthy. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
When it comes to Palm Coast's city manager and how he's doing, the numbers are in. Tony Magoo explains.
The new Palm Coast city manager came to town just in time for Dorian and the pandemic. Nothing like coming under fire at the outset. City manager Matt Morton's scores are still stout for a man who started by going uphill. Morton said recently that the city is under pressure to perform.
There's a lot of change that has hit our community this year, and our community is challenged. And we're going to be challenged through COVID-19. We're going to be challenged through this next year in our revenues and our budgets.
The Palm Coast City Council gave him an overall rating of 3.73 out of a possible maximum of 5 points, a rating partway between meets expectations and exceeds expectations. Matt, what have you done to even the ledger in the city?
Eliminated cost of living adjustments and pay raises. Also eliminated a lot of other things that tie in that are going to help our budgets and help us do the right thing.
Because of his performance rating, Morton was eligible for a pay raise. He declined the raise.
Leading by example in this community is what we need.
Councilman Jack Howell said he's a good man. We did the right thing by selecting him. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
What is the future of medicine?
With telemedicine becoming the norm, there is also robotic surgery that's taking healthcare into the future. John Subers with Advent Health Flagler says doctors are not far away as they perform surgeries.
The physician is in the room. It's just a very precise procedure to allow and less invasive.
Subers said that doctors use ports to do the surgery instead of cutting a person open. He said that's the less invasive part of robotic surgery. To listen to the entire interview with Advent Health Flagler's John Subers, download the Flagler radio app and then go to the Free for All Friday podcast. Tomorrow, John Subers talks about working with the EOC. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.